Israelite Reacts, Part 2. If you celebrate Thanksgiving, you do not give a damn about the indigenous peoples of America, and you only did it because of the Thanksgiving meal, the Thanksgiving Day meal. We as a people traded in integrity for a meal. We traded in integrity for time with family and friends. When if you honestly gave a damn about family and friends, what you would do is you would contact them, come and see them, call them, what have you, 365 days of the year. There's 364 other days of the year you can contact family. However, when the slave master, when the oppressor, when the French said it's a day for family, when the English say it's a day for family, when the Germans and the Polish and the Russians say it's a time for family, we jump up and like sheep to the slaughter, go right on in a holiday where many black people and indigenous people get killed, many Latinos get killed. Every holiday, every Thanksgiving, there's about 70 damn shootings in Chicago and these other major cities. Why is that? Because as it says in Amos chapter 5, verse 21, the Lord hates our feast days. Thanksgiving is made up by man. There is no Thanksgiving in the Bible. And we're going to get into with these videos, we're going to get into the fact. We're going to get into the fact that Thanksgiving was started by massacres, man. After every massacre of the natives of the tribe of Gad, the tribe of Reuben, they would have Thanksgiving, giving thanks to their God, okay, which is the God of white supremacy, for their recent massacre of one of the tribes of Israel, one of the Lord's chosen people, man. This is a Joe Rogan podcast featuring Ted Nugent explaining the virtues of bow hunting. However, pay specific attention to what Ted Nugent has to say about the California natives.
Yep, they had bounties on him. And instead of shooting this Indian, they called the local sheriff and they...
Hold on 1 second. So you can hear this. Let me go back.
Was discovered in Oroville. I can't believe I remember all this. California, Northern California. And there was a bounty on Indians back then. You could shoot a man in
1911?
Yep.
You could shoot a male Indian, male native, brother from the tribe of Gad in California in 1911. This isn't 1800. This isn't 1740. 1900. It's 2021. This was 100 years ago. There are people walking on this earth that were alive. Your grandparents know people who were living during that time period. During that time period they were alive, you could kill a native, you would get goddamn lunch money, man. You would get a stipend, you get $25. $25 in 1911, man, is a good living. Meaning this, there were oppressors in the West Coast of the United States and in Canada that were making a living off killing Native Americans, man. And we wonder why there's so few. You're hard-pressed to find them. Of course, many so-called Negroes in these major cities are in fact actually Gadites, okay, are in fact Native Americans. However, the stereotypical Gadites, the people that they told you this is what a Native Indian looks like, you know, those that are confined to the reservations, there are a few of them left, man. There are a few of our brothers and sisters left. Why? Because they had quotas on them, man. And they have quotas on so-called Latinos in these major cities. You got to arrest 25 of them. There were several brothers in the NYPD that came out with that. There are quotas on so-called Negroes. There are straight-up quotas on us, man. This many dead. This many have to be in jail. It's no surprise, no coincidence that there are 350,000 abortions of black children alone a year. That's just black children. That's not Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, Native Americans, maybe some others, South Americans. Not even counting them. It's just black people in the United States. 350,000 a year, man. This is their Thanksgiving. This is what their Thanksgiving is about. As the scripture is saying, they pass out gifts while our dead bodies, our carcasses lie in the streets of this great city. This great city was a place where you could kill one of the tribes of Israel for $25. $25, man. That's all our life was worth. Now, for many so-called black women, all their life is worth, all their bodies worth $40, man. It went up. It probably didn't. Okay, it's probably cheaper than the price they were paying out to kill us, man. Now we're worth cheap. We're had for cheap in this damn place. Why? Because we lack morality. Now it's about morality. Back in the day, in many cases, they would force us to partake in Thanksgiving. We in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we understand why you love birthdays. We understand why you love Christmas. We understand why you love Thanksgiving and Easter, because you don't know it. But these are the days that the slave master gave you off. And they know, they're well aware that the stress that we were placed under during slavery is now, it was so deep and it happened for so long that it's woven into our DNA. The stress from the conquistadors, the stress from the slave masters here in America, the stress from the English in the Caribbean islands, it was so deep. What they did to us was so horrible that it is literally, it's imprinted in our DNA. If you have hair follicles, skin follicles, you've got stress built into your DNA, which is why when you eat a little bit, okay, you get diabetes, high blood pressure, gout, etc. That's the curses of God being played out in real time, in real life. Okay, stress woven into your DNA. And it's because it acts like this, man. Thanksgiving is the reason why many of our native brothers are alcoholics, strung out on drugs. You've got all manner of gangs out in Winnipeg and Alberta, etc. And we understand why. This is why, man. This is why we don't value each other, because we were worth $5 damn. Thing. Now, once again, because the damn thing. Now we've got quotas on each other's heads. We're talking about it all the time. I'll put a price on your head. To kill somebody now, it's cheaper. It's a few $100s now. Okay? Just like in 1911. It's disgusting, man. It's sick. And these days like Thanksgiving promote it. Promote treating us like garbage. Okay, this is from the Insider. It says the true story behind Thanksgiving is a bloody one, and some people read some of the headlines, the subtitles. In the U.S. do not learn the real Thanksgiving in school. Pandemic, Thanksgiving is typically a time for travel snarls. They came in, pilgrims came in from England. Those were terrorists as well. That's why they were sent over here. They were a bunch of goddamn terrorists. And the black nobility of England at that time, led by King James, kicked the hell out. King James and the Tudor family. Okay? William Shakespeare talked about them as well, lighting his damn theaters on fire. He can't get a damn theater out because terrorists were running around lighting England on fire. They eventually took power, killed the family of King James, ran them over all the way to Italy, okay? Killed a remnant of them, shipped the rest of them into slavery here in the West Indian Islands and in America. Terms in Ebonics are actually European. Some of them are borrowed words from European languages, like a dub. A dub that's a Dutch word or so. All right, a dub, youngin, child in Dutch. These are straight up borrowed words. Why is that? Because some so-called black people were brought into slavery from Europe. Many historians bear that out. But in any event, Thanksgiving is disgusting, man. It's disgusting. Bear with me 1 second. So, that they talk about with Plymouth Native first, the Spaniards were having meetings. Because you remember the Spaniards came here first, and they brought slaves, etc. All right. Those Wampanoag Indians had a poster Thanksgiving. They had worked them continually, and they damn near wiped them off the face of the earth. But I'm going to point 1637 as the true origin of Thanksgiving. The fact that the Massachusetts colony governor John Winthrop, colonial soldiers who had just slaughtered of Pequot men, women, children in what is now Mystic, Connecticut. They had a massacre, man. They had a massacre, and to commemorate this massacre of hundreds of Pequot men, women, and children, the tribe of Gad, they had a damn Thanksgiving. They ate and broke bread. They're making a sacrifice to their God. George Washington talked about it in his declaration on Thanksgiving. They are appeasing their God with Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is in worship of the Roman goddess Pomona. It has nothing to do with God. Your Christian church lied to you, and God hates Thanksgiving. If you're wondering why your life isn't going the way that you planned, if you're wondering why your family, you grew up in a family, or you were in a family in Canada, it's horrible, is because of breaking commandments of God. That's all it's about, man. That's all it's about. It's as simple. It's no more complex than that. It's a fact of life. Thanksgiving is disgusting. It's an evil holiday we celebrate.